Hi guys, seems like everybody seems to want me to continue the Q&A, then I'll continue then. But the funny thing is, most of the time Q&A doesn't, not a lot of people view it, maybe just car buyers in general. Alright, hi Bobby, what do you think of the W205 C250 2016 for 175,000? Isn't that a bit expensive for a 2016 car? And that's the pre-facelift. Is that the price they are now? I thought prices are highly competitive. Yeah, I know the one that you're looking at is AMG spec, but 250. I think that's a little bit high. Try and nego or look for one. You see, I'm now looking at one that is 160,000. 2016 C250 2-liter turbo AMG spec, 160,000. I kind of felt 190 is a bit too high. Oh, 175 is a bit too high. 160, 170. The thing is, Mercedes sold so many of them. Alright, there's just so many in the market that you can get a really good deal for it. I would suggest probably look for some private sellers and offer around 140, because I believe 140 will be what dealers are taking in. So try and offer that to a private seller, 140, 150, you know. 170 is a bit high. Yeah. Alright, hi Bobby, BMW 320i or Arteon? Oh, definitely Arteon. It's faster. If it has the Passat suspension, it will be really nice. Actually, I don't know, man. I mean, the 320i also has a comfortable suspension, but the thing is this: when you buy a BMW 3 Series, you wanted it to feel like you've achieved something, you know? You want to feel that way. But the 320i, right, is rather... granted, a lot of people who love the 3 Series design, the looks, right? And then the 330i, the suspension just isn't comfortable, and they opt to go for the 320i by all means. But as a product, as a shock factor, I think the Arteon has a lot more shock factor, in my opinion, and it just looks beautiful. It looks more expensive than the 3 Series in a way, but BMW being BMW, you still have their infotainment system, their concierge service. Maybe now you need to pay, and the crazy warranty and free service and all that, and of course you have the kind of safety feature, you know, the SOS thingy. Those are really nice actually. So hard for me. If I were to spend my money on an Arteon, I would feel this happy. Whereas if I buy a 320i, I would be this happy, because I know there is a 330i and you don't get this, you don't get that. You know, that kind of feeling that, yeah, it's like you go and order mixed rice, you know, I want this, I want this, I want this, and then you took a fried chicken, and then the auntie just told you, oh, it's 9 ringgit, and then you look at your pocket, you only have 6, then you have to return the fried chicken, you know. It's like, I don't know. That's a bad analogy. Alright, Mr. Darren? Recently just bought an Audi A6, wanted to get Evo insurance, but Mr. Kwan checked with your partner and due to technical reasons and scarcity, you guys are unable to offer the warranty. Wait, is this warranty or Evo insurance? If I believe it's warranty, right? Insurance is one thing, warranty is another thing. Yeah, our partners, right, who has that 77 workshop coverage for us, the thing is this, they don't mind offering warranty, but they have to ensure their network is able to service your car, right? If their Sarawak network might have difficulty in servicing your car or changing parts, then they can't commit to it, because once you commit, is a relationship that we are taking care of your car, right? So sorry for that. I'll give you an example. There are people who bought the Giulia Quadrifoglio who wanted to buy the extended warranty as well. I mean, and the owner is like, I don't mind however expensive, you just quote me a price, But the thing is this, there are no diagnostic machine available so far as I know. That means if you even have a small warning, you want to delete that thing, right? There's no workshop out there who has the diagnostic machine, right? Almost a similar case with my Aston Martin. External workshops, very few of them have the diagnostic machines. So yeah, so they can't. For those who own Giulia Quadrifoglios, Singapore Alfa Romeo has told me before that they welcome Malaysian Alfa Romeo owners to travel across to Singapore to service their car. But of course, COVID happened. Alright. Mr. Daniel say, I hope all is well amidst such time. Bobby and team, thank you. It would be great if you can share your articles on FB. I mean, I do share them, but the problem with Facebook is that Mark Zuckerberg is a piece of shit, and we can share things on our Horizon Facebook, but you just won't see it if we don't pay Mark Zuckerberg, right? So yeah, that's how it is. And I never agree to spending money on Facebook to advertise and all that, because I just think Facebook is it's a rather dishonest social media platform. But there aren't such social media platform out there as dynamic as Facebook, as in you share a video, it generates, it allows you to watch it there and then. You share a website, it allows you to read it there and then. That's the good part about Facebook. No other social media does that. But the problem with Facebook is that they're too greedy. Not only they want ads, they want content creators to spend money to reach people. I think that's just too greedy. And yeah, Facebook is a dishonest company, in my opinion. And sometimes they keep sending me vouchers, asking me to spend money to advertise the stuffs that I share to more people. And when I refuse, suddenly they will just throttle down my Facebook page, and my reach will go from 2-3 million, 3-4 million to absolute single digits, hundreds. Yeah, they are dishonest. Anyway, Fong Wei Z. Hi Bobby, I'm 19 now, and my dream car is a Honda S2000. It is hard to get one in Malaysia. It's not hard to get one in Malaysia, it's just that it's pricey. So I would appreciate some life lessons on advice to how to achieve my dreams. I have a way of reverse thought process when I aim for something. It's just, I never read this from any book or whatever. It's not a proven method. It's just how I deduce things. Say for example, I would figure things like this. Let's say this is the life I want. I want this as my house. I want this as my car. I want this. And then I will calculate in my mind, even though I don't have that kind of money back then, right? I will calculate in my mind as in, okay, how much this is going to cost every month? How much? And then I deduce the fact that, okay, let's say I need to earn 30,000 a month, all right? 30,000 a month. You divide by 30 days, then you'll be 1,000 a day. And if you divide by 10 hours of normal working hours, it will be 100 ringgit per hour, right? So you start to think what can help you generate 100 ringgit per hour, because when you break down everything, it doesn't feel that crazy anymore, because you are dissecting your problem. Okay, that's not a problem, but when you want to solve something, then I call it a problem. I don't mean it in a negative way. I mean it is something awaiting to be solved, right? So you look at that, and then you divide it versus time. Time is crucial, because since we're born until we die, the in-between is time. And time is not infinite, it's finite for us, because we are living beings, right? So make sure the time we spend is worth something that we want to pursue, or what we want to do, right? It's always time. Everything is always time. Like you have a dream to want to travel to where, and then you have to think about the time for you to achieve that, because you can't assume that you will forever be like this. I can't assume I will forever be healthy. I will forever have my both hands, my both legs, my eyes working, and I assume I'm doing something to plan for the future. But my future self is not who I am now, right? I might have one hand not working. I might get some sickness, and by then I wouldn't have the same kind of thing that I want as per who I am now. So I don't plan for the future, because the future can't be planned, but it doesn't makes me an irresponsible person, right? That's how I think. Say for example, some people will work and work and work and stay in office late, seldom spend time with their wife or their children, because they claim that they are planning for the future, right? But when your future came, you will realize that you actually lost a lot of things. Or when your future came, you are still planning for something else, but by then things have changed. Your kids are no longer 5 years old, 6 years old, wanting you to play with them. They might be 15, 16. They don't even want you to bother them. So that's how I think. So like myself, I never wanted an office. Why? Because I want my team to have the time to spend with their family, to don't have to wake up with an alarm clock to come to office. I never wanted that. So I want my team to be able to wake up naturally, then only they do their work, right? So, and I wanted that for myself as well. So I get to spend time with my family. So then I have to figure out something that allows me to generate income. So I guess I pulled too far away. S2000 is around 250,000 now. By the time you'll be able to afford it, it may be 300,000. So perhaps you might want to plan for something that allows you to have that kind of income by dissecting it, and then figure out what you should do. Maybe you can have a car wash. Maybe you learn or you open a store in Amazon or Lazada or whatever, multiple sources of income. You're 19 years old. You have a bright future. Yeah. The worst thing you can do would be to want to get the best grades and go into the best company to work your way up. That's always the longer path. But if you're not a car guy, it's fine. But if you're a car guy, going that path would mean that by the time you'll be able to afford or buy anything you like, you might be going into your 40s. Yeah, so it's up to you. Alright. Hi Bobby, can you recommend which one? Mazda CX-5 2 liter or 2.5 turbo, and Toyota Harrier 2 liter or 2.2 liter turbo. Budget should not be a concern. Just looking for overall recommendation from you on these two cars. The Harrier is more comfortable, for rear seats especially. CX-5 is drives way sharper, and in terms of interior quality, actually the Harrier is really nice. I prefer the Harrier's interior over the Lexus NX, actually, the sibling car. As for the CX-5, of course, it's fantastic build and all that. And in terms of design, I think the CX-5 looks sharper, more expensive than the Harrier. The Harrier has a larger boot, larger. It's rough. It's basically sort of a larger car in a way. I feel more spacious in it. Rear seats, definitely the Harrier is better. In terms of power, there's no comparison. The Mazda 2-liter is better than the Harrier 2-liter. The Mazda 2.5 is way better than the the Harrier 2-liter turbo, right? For me, which one? I want my cars to handle really well. I don't mean the Harrier is bad. The Harrier is tidy, is decent and tidy, sort of like the X70, but it's not a sporting handling SUV like the Mazda CX-5. So I would go for the CX-5 because it drives really well and because Mazda's gearbox is phenomenal, right? For being so long in the automotive infotainment, I never realized I'm sort of not journalism, infotainment. Well, it's understandable you have burnout or two. I think my burnout was really caused by a lack of excitement with cars that are launched recently because everything just seems so calculated. But I'm just compiling a video, a car that really got me excited. And to be honest, in terms of the global car industry now, see, the thing is this. Some boutique car maker announcing a hypercar, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 horsepower, selling price 5 million, 6 million, 10 million. That is an easy thing to do in a way because you have a team of people. You don't need to invest or design in production mechanism. All you need to do is just a bunch of highly skilled craftsmen to do things, to build things, right? You weld stuffs, you need a part, you can mill it, you can machine it, and then you sell it at a very high price, right? The hard thing to do in the car industry is the volume car models. To be able to productionize the whole system, design it in a way where the cars can be mass produced, and innovations and all that, hard to come by because of costs. Everything needs to come back to costs, right? So, to be really honest, US, Europe, and Japan is getting boring. The stuff they do is to make sure they get to sell, is to make sure they turn a profit and satisfy their shareholders, right? China, on the other hand, is crazy. It's a pity that not everybody can read Chinese because what's going on there now in their car industry is absolute bonkers. It feels like Japan in the 80s and 90s where everybody is trying to outdo each other, and their confidence levels and their technical capacity, their technology, everything is so much ahead, right? That they're doing things, they're making products that if they were to come out of China, the rest of the world will be in shock, to be honest. All right, so it's getting really exciting there. It's crazy. All right, and it, for me as a car guy, as a motoring journalist, I would want to go China and just be amazed with the things that are coming out from there now, you know. Yeah. Proton X50 or Honda City, there's no challenge. X50 is two different class of products, two different technology levels of products, and one car, the end result of it is 90% engineering, 10% marketing. The other one is 90% marketing, 10% engineering. So, right. Bobby, E93 335i Z4 E85. You didn't mention which Z4, 2-liter turbo or 3-liter turbo. And the 630i E64 drop top. Which one would you recommend to people to own and what to look for before buying these drop tops. I think the one that I wouldn't recommend that much would be the 6 Series, because you'll be paying a 3-liter road tax for not a lot of horsepower, because it's a 3-liter naturally aspirated engine. As for the Z4 market, there's so many of them in the market, and you have a lot of it. That product was launched in the era of BMW not knowing what the hell to do with their engine lineups, right? It's confusing as hell, because they were late to the direct injection and turbocharged game as compared to Audi, right? So both things sort of happened at the same time, right? Suddenly they have a 23i engine that is 2.5 liter in Asia, and then they have a 23i engine that is 3 liter direct injection from Europe, and then it's just super confusing. And I would say the Z4 is a brilliant looking 2-door roadster, right? But in terms of its handling as compared to the 335i E93, right? One is a coupe, one is a sports car. So in sports car territory, the Z4's handling is probably a 7, right? Whereas the coupe, the 335i, in coupe territory, its handling is a 9. You get what I mean? Both are different category products. Maybe the Z4 might outhandle the E93, but they both exist as a different type of product. So I'm not sure whether you're single and all that. So of course, in the long run, maybe the Z4 would be a car that you drive less, and it's always good looking. It will sort of always become the second car. Whereas the 335i, if you buy that car, it will be a car that you will use every single day because it's practical. The rear seats can fit, and then you can carry stuff in the boot if the roof is up and all that. So maybe I will go for the 335i, provided you really love the 6 Series design, the previous the E63 generation. Maybe the drop top is called 64. Maybe you like that design, that bangle butt and all that, which still looks pretty striking, but the interior is already very, very dated. Alright, as for the Z4, it has an interior that will never date. It is so good looking. Alright, hi Bobby, Arteon is a really nice car. I'm waiting for a second hand one. You are a smart man.